Hello, my name is Katie Stuckey, and this is an overview of my professional ePortfolio. So the first page I'm going to start on is just the candidate information. This gives a brief overview of who I am and where I'm at. So I'm currently a 5th grade teacher at Moundridge Middle School. I've been there for 1 year and I've been teaching for 4. And this just looks over some of my professional and personal goals. So as a professional, I would like to become part of our district leadership team. I would like to become a Google certified trainer, help out with some professional development, and just spread some of my knowledge of the ISTE standards to our staff. And personal goals, over the past 2 years while taking these MIT courses, I just feel like I haven't put as much time into reading or working out or eating healthy, so I would like to get back to some of those things and also get better at balancing my work and personal life. At the bottom, you will see where I plan to be in 2, 5, and 10 years. Being relatively new in education, this is somewhat hard for me to think about because I'm really happy where I'm at, but I could see myself hopefully using this degree in my current teaching role for the next few years, and then eventually possibly being an assistive technology coach or assistant principal. I'm open to those things, but not looking for anything new right now. Then we'll go to my technology philosophy. So in my philosophy of technology paper, I tried to focus on a few things, and those would include using technology to enhance learning, using technology as a collaborative tool between students and parents and stakeholders, using technology as just a tool for students to be creative, and finally as digital citizens. So I feel like we have a responsibility to teach students where they're at, and I think technology is a way for us to personalize learning, give them a chance to be creative, which then enhances it and brings learning deeper at a deeper level for students. So finally, we'll go to the resume. I had a chance to update this last year when I got a new job, but it just highlights some of my education, including hopefully Master's in Technology at the end of this summer, some of my teaching experience, leadership activities, and finally honors and awards. Then under activity evidence, my professional development plan is here. I focused on Google mainly for my professional development plan. So the reason is because I work at a very small school. There are only 6 general education teachers in the middle school total. So we do not have one-to-one. Many of our teachers have been there for a very long time. And currently we have probably 50 Chromebooks available. We're getting another cart next year, and we have probably about 150 students. Our teachers need training, and we haven't had money to do that in the past, so this was a perfect opportunity for me to share what I'm learning and with things that we need to learn at our school. So just going over Google Docs, sites, forms, classroom, how to create prezzies, things like that. Those might all be things that other schools don't need professional development on, but they are definitely things that my school could get better at and learn how to use technology as a way to enhance our learning for students. So this was the focus of mine, and I know it'll be mostly new information for all our staff, and I'm excited to see what they think of it. Next is professional training videos. Just to piggyback off of my professional development plan, I focused on, the first one was creating a Google site. I made this in just Google Slides, but I was just teaching a peer how to create a Google site just as a way to collaborate with her students, peers, administrators, things like that. The next one was creating an infographic on Canva. So I got this idea through another MIT program class, and I loved it, so I thought I'd try it with my 5th graders, which was definitely a learning opportunity for all of us. They really liked it. We had to focus on what is the point of an infographic, how much content to put on it, but they got the idea and they did a nice job for their first time. And then the last one here was my choice. So this was teaching a peer how to use Google Classroom, how to create one, and then add assignments, things like that. Next is presentations. So again, this was piggybacking off of my professional development plan. Creating a Google site was the first one. I made that in Google Slides, just taking them through the steps. Next was creating Google Classroom that I used in my video. This was on Prezi. And then finally this last one here was FERPA, and this would be something you'd show staff at the beginning of the year. Next are the article summaries. The first one is Assistive Technology Goes Mainstream. I really liked this article, just with some special education background. The point of this article was talking about how assistive technology doesn't necessarily have to look different or even cost more anymore just because of technology becoming so much more mainstream. Students can be in the classroom using assistive technology and no one will even know. The next one, coding the new 21st century learning. I have been interested in coding since my prior school. I was using some Spheros, and while I don't have access to those anymore, I thought if I had some data to back it up or some research to back it up, we might be able to work that into some funding. But this focused on how to use coding with current curriculum. And finally, developing technological literacy, 3rd graders using Google Classroom. I chose this final article because our 4th grade is actually moving over to the middle school this coming year, and they are not currently using Google Classroom. So I thought finding an article on this might help for me to be able to share why Google Classroom is beneficial even at a younger age. Finally are the extra resources. These YouTube videos are just things that I have used in the past throughout the course of this MIT program. The instructional design modules or models, that was helpful for me that I wanted to remember. How to create a storybook jumper was something I want to learn. And then 5 technologies that would be helpful in the classroom, that's something that I would share with other people. These online articles were things that I just remember seeing in the past that I really liked these 3 articles, so I added those in for myself. And then finally, the online professional development plans that I used as a guide for making my own. Lastly is the reflections. So my reflection was, it was good for me to think about this and go over why I decided on the MIT program in the first place. I knew technology was something that I needed to get better at, and I'm so thankful that I enrolled in this program. Doing this reflection made me just really think about how much leadership opportunity I have, especially in the school I'm in, where I really can help teach some other people. And so thinking about how to go about that in the right way, and using some of my knowledge to benefit others. So that is what this was helpful for me, just to process some of that as I went along. And yeah, and then finally is the evaluations that my peers have filled out. So thank you so much. I've appreciated all the feedback and just teaching that I've got over the past few years. So thank you.